Hello everyone, it's FCA. I'm dressed up as Hara from the anime Fooly Cooly. I even have the boots, and I made the top. I will move back so you can kind of see that a little bit better. So yes. I just got back from the best place ever. I came back from the wonderful, the magical, the incomparably phenomenal, epic Ohayocon 2012. Ohayocon is amazing. This year's theme was space, and so that helped me decide my cosplay as Haruko because she's an alien in the anime that she's from in Fooly Cooly, and I love it. So I was the only one there, so people kept asking for my picture, and I loved it. It was so good. I met so many new friends. Batman kissed my hand. Batman kissed my hand. And which, if you don't know what Ohayocon is, it is an anime convention, which is a group of people who get together for common interests, and Japanese animation is anime. People may be familiar with Dragon Ball Z, Inuyasha, Sailor Moon, Pokemon, Digimon, stuff like that, Cowboy Bebop, things like that. I absolutely love anime, and so does everyone who goes there, and people dress up. So they didn't look like me, I was the only Haruko actually, but people have similar outfits, people go crazy. I got so many good pictures. I'll make a slideshow. There's probably going to be a couple, like 3, maybe 4. I'm trying to adjust my tights. Hey, that's better. Videos about Ohayocon, because I do love it so much, and I like to share stuff like that with you guys. If you were at Ohayocon, and I hope I seen you, I'll share all my adventures with you. I got to sit next to Joey Blonde Wolf. Yeah. We both went to a yaoi panel, and she sat next to me, and I was good. I didn't start fangirling her and scaring her, but she was showing me her Adventure Time magnet, I do believe, and she was really excited about it, and I was like, I can sit next to Joey. The panel it started out really kind of crappy, because we all expected video stuff from yaoi, and it was actually about manga appreciation and styles of artists, and it didn't say that, it just said yaoi appreciation, so we were just like, yeah, yaoi panel. And so that's what happened. Darn hangnails. I should know that biting your hangnails doesn't work, but whatever. I love Ohayocon so much. I had such a good time, mainly because everyone's so nice. Like, you would never get this kind of kindness in the regular world, where you can go up to literally anybody and just be like, hey, do you want a hug? Or, hey, can I sit with you? Or, hey, can I take this chair? And everyone's like, yeah, no problem, absolutely. Everyone's taking each other's pictures. You can just sit next to somebody and just start talking them up. You'll find somebody with a common interest. There are tables where you can play Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic and Pokemon and things like that. Tabletop games. There are video game tournaments, Guitar Hero, Super Mario Brothers, stuff like that. There's the dealer's room, which is where you can buy stuff, and I'm in another video I'll show you a haul of the stuff that I bought, so I'll link all of those below. I met some new friends. I'll tell you about my new friends. We had so many adventures. First there's Nikki and John. They gave us a ride to Ohayocon and were staying in our room with us. They were the sweetest people ever. They were very like, are you comfortable? Are you okay? And my brother and I were just like, yeah, we're fine. What's wrong? Sorry, I need to text my human back. It was such a good weekend. Everyone was so nice and huggy, and I saw so many awesome costumes and cosplays. I got to see the cosplay masquerade, which is where you get to see skits and dances, and sorry, I'm exhausted and hyper at the same time. I didn't get back to the room till 6 in the morning, which is very typical for me at Ohayocon. There's a rave. There's a dance with the rave. I do have the contacts in, by the way, for Ohayocon, in case you're wondering. This is the booklet for Ohayocon for 2012. They have a little doggy. But this just tells you, health and responsibility, accessibility fees, registration, the stuff about the special guests. Let's see. Fred Gallagher, the author and artist behind the popular American title Mega Tokyo. Stuff like that. It tells you about the guests and, where you can get their autograph and stuff like that from. So that's really exciting. There's the artist alleyway, which is where people make stuff and then they sell them, and that's how they make their livelihood. I actually should have gone back to the dealer's room and got these pair of ears and a bottle that I wanted, but we didn't get a chance to because the people who we were riding with, as soon as we checked out of the hotel, they wanted to leave, so we didn't have time to go back. But that's okay. I spent enough money. Looking at this giant bag, I'm like, I have too much stuff. But look what happened to my boot. I fell because there was this huge wind. I'm in these giant heels, and I missed the curb, and I twisted and fell on my heel, and it ripped, and I was like, but no one really seemed to care. They still took my picture. Almost got by a car because people in Columbus are crazy. Ohayocon takes place in Columbus, Ohio, at the Hyatt Regency Hotel. This is 2012. Excuse me. So, there's a rave, which is a dance with lots of strobe lights and boom, 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 and glow sticks and rave goggles. That's what I have on my head. I met lots of fun people. As I said, I ran into a couple of Harley Quinns, which scared me because Harley Quinns mean Jokers, and Joker scares me a lot. Like, Joker he's creepy as peaches. I don't like the Joker. He scares me. Respect to the villainous, but I don't do no Joker. I have an itchy leg. Anyway, Saturday night I was getting my picture taken by this guy Cody. He was so sweet. He wanted to hug me and he was showing me pictures on his phone. My mom's talking about how I made a mess of our living room when we came in. But anyway, I had so much fun with him, and he was talking to me and exchanging stories. He called his friend over, Sean. He came and took a picture of me too, and they were talking about their exes, and I mentioned how I never had one because I never had a current boyfriend to have an ex-boyfriend, and they were like, what? And they were saying, there was another guy, Chris. There were a couple other guys whose names I am trying to remember, but they weren't with us very long. And I remember the Harley Quinns, and I think one of them was Ashley, but I'm not really 100% sure because we just kept calling her Harley Quinn. But they all took the pictures, and they told me that I was pretty and that I was cute, and I was like, oh, that's so sweet, because I don't get that kind of attention here back home, because at my university, talking to me is kind of like social suicide. Because everyone thinks I'm weird because I dress like this at home too. So, I really don't get called attractive, positive things. I don't really get called super negative things, but I don't get called super attractive things. And they were telling me how sweet I was, and I kept getting lots of hugs, and they were so nice. Batman came over and talked to us, and I got a picture of Batman, and he kissed my hand before he left. Sean kissed my hand, kissed my cheek, and gave me a nice neck rub, and they were telling jokes, and they piled hoodies on me because they went outside to smoke, and I was hanging out with them still, and I froze to death. sort of. We were out there for just a couple of minutes, and like they dropped their hoodies on my head. You will not be cold, and I was like, I'll be fine, and they were like, no. And it was such a good weekend. Everyone was so nice. I hung out with those guys all night. After I ran into them when they took my picture, I was just with them. And then I saw 2 of them the next morning and got to get hugs, and we exchanged phone numbers, and we're going to be Facebook friends. Yay! And I'm really excited about it. I hope to see them again next year at Ohayocon if they don't come to, because I doubt they'd come to another con because they live, Chris lives in Florida, Sean lives in Cincinnati, and Cody lives in Kentucky. Sorry, I'm trying to keep my new friends straight. Not implying that they were gay at any rate. Never mind. They made these, this part's going to be slightly sexual, but it was like 4 in the morning and we were hanging out, and I was kind of, because I hadn't slept, and we were talking about candy for some reason. I was like, I really don't like fruity candy. And Sean was like, do you like chocolate? And I was like, yes. Do you like white chocolate? Yes. Do you like, and he was like, oh, do you like something else? And I was like, yes, with caramel. And I realized that they were being sexual. Sean is black, if that makes the reference any more clear. I don't really care about color all that much, but I was just sitting there and I was like, oh, haha, aren't you funny? He made this really terribly racist joke, and it was like a generally racist joke, and I was like, I'm not laughing at that. He's like, you're trying to laugh, and I'm like, that wasn't funny. I'm not laughing at that. I hurt my knee. I don't know what I did, but I hurt my knee. I know how I hurt my ankle. I don't know how I hurt my knee. It's been hurting for a while. My dad's yelling about something. We went to the masquerade, and it was the best masquerade ever. Look up Ohayocon masquerade contest, because this guy, for real, in real life, on the stage, in front of all these people at Ohayocon for the biggest cosplay contest in the convention, proposed to his girlfriend on stage, and they were like, we have another skit for you. It's kind of impromptu. Here we go. And this guy said, I had this big thing to say, but I kind of forgot all of it now. But I do remember these 5 words. Will you marry me? And I forget the chick's name. And she was like, and she was like, I don't know what to say. And everyone in the audience, we were all like, say yes, woo! And clapping. And it was the most epic marriage proposal I had ever heard of in my life. And it was like, that guy knows how to propose. That's the guy you say yes to. He's a keeper. Such a magic, that took a lot of time planning to be able to convince people, hey, I'm going, and to keep it a secret from her with everybody knowing, hey, I'm going to propose to this person. I hurt my skin. And that's just from biting at it. So that's what happened there. So many good costumes. I will link all of my cosplay and costume things below. I'm going to make a slideshow of them. And I'm going to go ahead and end this. Because I'm getting tired. But I'm going to go ahead and end this, and then I'm going to do my haul. And I will talk to you all later. So, bye, my otakus.